There you go.
That looks stupid. It's going to be flopping all over and distract. Whatever, that's good. What's up? This is Keith Kalfas, founder of Your Marketing ROI. And in this video, I'm going to be teaching a blueprint that I've created, but I've also pulled it from other resources like Circular Viralocity. And this is basically going to explain in a very large nutshell how to actually go from zero to say 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, or even six figures online on the internet through multiple streams of residual and passive income, which will be done in the forms of social media marketing, internet marketing, paid advertising, content curation, content syndication, and then lots more. So this is actually, if you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, it's going to be a huge grand overview. It will not be broken down into a granular level. It will be an overview, so it might even be overwhelming. But the whole point is so you can see it like in a helicopter view and just like wow, and get it all and take it all in one main step. And then further on later, I'll actually break it down into individual components and drive deep and more granular. So check it out here. So I'm literally just going to go, and you have to hang with me on this, and we're going to go all the way through it. It's going to be crazy. So trust me. Ready? Okay, so how do you get from zero to what we'll just say $10,000 a month online through multiple streams of passive income? Well, there's 5 steps. There's you, your market, your marketing, your people, and your systems. So the 5 main components of any business. And then the first one, we'll start out with creating and producing content. You know what content is. A creator, somebody who creates an Instagram channel, Instagram post, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, a YouTuber, people who vlog, people who create informational videos. There's other forms of content, which is blog posts. So I'm going to actually write out these forms of content right now. So say YouTube, and I'll just short form it to make it go faster. You got YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Content creation and curation would be blogging. You've got podcasts. You've got white papers. You've got guides, ebooks, articles, free reports. I can go on and on and on. And some of these are in subcategories. So this is content. There's something called Move the Free Line Forward. Today on the internet, you can learn pretty much anything you want generally for free on the internet, on YouTube. So the main question you might be asking is, how in the hell are you going to go from making content to getting paid to making content? Doesn't make much sense. Well, I'm going to teach you something called the 3 C's. Michael Dell, the founder of Dell Computers, was at a Detroit Economic Club luncheon in about 2000. He said something so profound as he predicted would go into the future, hence him being a billionaire. He said there's the 3 C's, and he who figures this out, or a group of people that figures it out, will rule the internet in the future economically as well. So the 3 C's are, well, the first 2 are, you need this in order to have a business online. The first C is content. The second C is commerce. You have to have content. You have to have a physical or a digital product or something of value. And commerce means transaction, value trading for dollars. There has to be a transaction. There's a commerce. That's happening all over in the business world 24/7 since the beginning of time. What's the secret on the internet that makes the money to keep flowing? The third C is community. And he drew a line like this. He says the people who figure out how to create communities of loyal buyers on the internet who keep returning over and over again, because how does a business make money? From return customers. Customers go from prospects, they turn into buyers to customers, then they turn into loyal clients and then raving fans. So content, commerce, community. Okay, so now that we got that dialed down and we understand content, let's go to the next step of how do you actually make money doing content. We've heard of people shooting YouTube videos and getting AdSense money, so little pre-roll ads that roll in front of the video. Well, if you're getting thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of views, you could make hundreds, thousands, or $10,000, tens of thousands of dollars per month on the internet in the form of AdSense. Or you could put ads in front of your blogs and things like that, and banner ads, but it will never get you rich. And the main problem with getting paid for your content through advertising is that it's not secure. At any time, almost like a job, you could get cut off from that, and now your income is gone. What if YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or something happens, or there's an algorithm shift within their compliance or their policy platform, or something changes, and now all of a sudden your audience is gone? What if you get kicked off the platform for something you didn't even do? What if you lose your entire audience overnight? You do not own, I'm a little serious about this, but you do not own the contact information of your clients. Your audience is not yours. It could get taken away from you and all your security is gone overnight. The most important thing that you must start doing immediately, especially in 2018, is going on an absolute rampage. And these are the words from a guy named Brendan Burchard, who's doing over, it's between 10 and 30. I know it's a big gap, right? Because I don't know the exact data. I know it's a minimum. It's a 10 million plus year per operation on the internet. This is somebody that I've paid thousands of dollars to for consulting online, but he says you must go on an absolute rampage to collect all the contact info, which means email addresses, phone numbers, maybe even physical addresses, but at least the contact info of every single follower that you have at all cost. You have to have and build a list, because that's what businesses do. They build lists of their customers, of client data. Data, what is data? Data is so important. An average Walmart that costs a few $1 million to build, how many customers do they need? How many clients? They need 5,000 recurring clients to run and pay all their bills and keep the lights on and pay all the employees and make a profit. That's all they need, is a recurring 5,000. What is it for you, for your bills, for your life, for your goals and dreams of your future? And how in the hell would you do all that online, or transition from making no money on the internet to making $10,000 on the internet? It's a complete misnomer. You don't get it. But I'm going to move forward now. So you could make money on YouTube off AdSense. You could monetize. How would you make money off Facebook? You can't really, can you? The mind gets stuck and doesn't understand how to make money off of social media. You do it by actually creating value. And I'm going to go through all the different ways right now you can make money, and then I'm going to tie it together for you. You can sell ebooks. So you can actually write and publish your own book. You publish and profit. You get paid for putting out information. But the main objective is, I can't spend all that time writing an ebook. Nobody's going to buy it. But what if you tie that ebook to a community? What if there's something about the way that you communicate that's so divine and distinct specifically to the audience that you've surrounded yourself with, that like attracts like, right? That they want to buy with you because there's something so about the way that you communicate that just clicks with them. What if you drill really, really deep on a topic and you go so granular about it that nobody else is giving that type of information for free online? The way you get somebody to buy your ebook, and I'm going to get into other modalities or ways to do this, but the way you get somebody to actually buy your ebook, and trust me, there's a lot more ways, but is you do something called moving the free line forward. Move the free line forward means, well, if you can get all this stuff on the internet for free today, why would anybody pay for anything they get for free? Well, you have to give people very high quality information and value up front for free. That means things that would normally cost money, the free line has been moved forward and now they're free. Things that normally used to cost money are now free. So now you have to give away even more value up front for free before you even think about getting $1 on the back end, right? So the front end is all free, or Gary Vaynerchuk in his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, he says, jab, 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 right hook. Jab, jab, jab is you give them all types of forms of free content, very valuable stuff, and in the process, you're building a community, you're building a relationship with these people, right? They're getting to know you, like you, and trust you. Once you've given them so much value up front, now you make something, you make them an offer, a one-time offer, or a tripwire offer. A tripwire offer is a very low-cost, front-end offer. It's a product. Hey, you know me, you like me, you trust me, because there's some in the subconscious mind, there's something called, there's many laws. There's the law of reciprocity. When your audience has gotten so much free information from you and they know and like you and trust you, they actually naturally, they want to give back. They want to reciprocate that value. And now if you put out a little ebook, the tops you should charge for something would maybe, if you're in a financial market, you can go $97. If you're in like a niche market, that's how-to information advice, 47 tops, but all the way down from $19. The magic number has been it's been statistically proven to be $7. So if you put out a little $7 report, a $7 ebook, or a $7 audiobook, or a $7 course or program, there's a percentage, and it's usually about 3% of your audience. You can get up to more. I've gotten up to more than that, depending on the value you give up front. But you can get 3% of your entire audience to buy that, and then you can also have, instead of ebooks, you can have audiobooks. You can have a 6-disc or a 6-hour long or 6-part audio course that they can buy. So 6-part audio course. That means you would literally take a recorder or a microphone and you would speak 6 30-minute or 6 one-hour sessions. And the more money you charge is directly correlated to how deep and how granular you go in value, right? So if you could actually charge $97 or $197, depending on what market you're in, and if you analyze your marketplace, right? You could charge, let's just say $97 for a 6-disc audio course. I'm sorry, 6-part audio course. Because you go deep, you go drive really deep and granular. Very surface stuff is cheap, deep is more expensive. Okay, another thing, what's another thing that you could do? You could write a physical book, a paperback book. You could do online courses and consulting. You could actually speak to people over the phone. You could do coaching, that's what coaching is. What else could you do to make money? Besides for speaking to your audience and charging them to talk to you on the phone to coach them through something. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a millionaire or some big business. You just have to be a little bit farther along the path than they are. It's called the anti-guru effect. You're not the guru, you're the anti-guru, because you're the guy you're still in the trenches going through it, right? You actually have more credibility sometimes in the eyes of your customers than the guy up top, because they're unrelatable. They want to learn from the guy in the trenches who's a little bit farther, because it's conceivable to them to where they're really at, and they're willing to pay because they want to get to the next step. So you can actually do teleseminars, which is you hold a live class with 20, 30 people and you charge all of them, right? You can charge them all $15 a piece to be on a teleseminar. Now you can do group coaching and teach them like that. You can hold live events. You can hold seminars. You could do public speaking, right? And now you're basically selling information for money. And there's other ways to make money on here too. You could put out an entire, I was sloppy, but you could put out an entire video course. An entire video course of how-to steps and information of how to do something that's all packaged up. And there's ways you can sell all this. I could get really deep into price juxtaposition and everything like that, and how you actually trigger things in the mind to get people to understand that they're getting a no-brainer deal. Very, very important. But anyway, so let's kind of recap here so far. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social media. You could do podcasts. These are ways you create content to constantly put out value. And then you can get paid off AdSense. But how would you actually connect these two? These ebooks, audiobooks, 6-part audio course, paperback books, coaching, teleseminars, webinars, speaking, coaching, training, all that stuff. Live events, mastermind groups, private Facebook groups. That's such high-level information and coaching that you actually charge people to be inside of it. There's a lot of ways that you could do that. But how do you actually connect these two? Because if you start